The first St. Patty's Day treat we are making, we are going to need sprinkles, some melting chocolate, some food coloring that I know is expired, but I googled it and they said it's fine. There's no raw ingredients, some lollipop sticks, and some pretzels. Where are the pretzels? Oh, and I sprayed my parchment paper. We're going to use a double boiler, melt some white baking chips, grab our green dye out. It expired in 2017, as I'm showing you here, but according to Google, it is perfectly fine. It's basically indefinite. Just because it's approved by the FDA, it needs a expiration date, even though it doesn't expire. My son is squirting some green.
Can you close that
I wanted
up?
to make it darker, but I also didn't want the pretzels to taste like dye, which they would if you added a whole bunch. So we're just gonna mix it up here, turn it nice and pastel green, and I'm going to dip the pretzels. You could use like mini pretzels because this will kind of make a large pretzel lollipop, but I didn't mind them large. Then you set, I forgot to record my son who is, I'm gonna show you this, watch him sprinkle. This is him sprinkling the lollipop. Look at him. So what you do is you set the pretzels really close together, and then you dip your stick in some chocolate, and then I drizzled some more chocolate over the stick for good measure, and they stuck just fine. They were walking around the house with these, and by they I mean only one of my children would eat them. And I covered them with saran wrap so we could go to sleep because it was very late that night. And we just peeled them right off the parchment paper the next day, and they turned out so cute, I think. Here's a picture of our treat. It looks like it has white specks, but I don't know, guys. All right, the next day we made these really cute Jello treats. So you just cook the Jello per package directions, and then you stick little tiny dessert cups in a muffin tin at an angle. I had to use some foil because some of mine were sliding down due to the shape of them. I ordered some random dessert from Costco a year ago, and they came in those glass cups. That was cool. Got to keep the cups. So after you make your Jello, you separate some out. You add, to cold water, that's how you make Jello. Hot water, cold water together. Then I'm going to reserve 2/3 cup for the Cool Whip portion. Pour the rest into your little cups. After I filled these, I realized I had to walk all the way out to the garage with them this full and not spill any. And I didn't. I had all the doors propped open and the fridge propped open so I could walk through the house and not spill any. I doubled the recipe. The recipe will be in the description. I have 2 cups of Cool Whip and that 2/3 cup of lime Jello mix, and I'm just mixing it together. It's so pretty, isn't it? I'm showing you here against the white Cool Whip that it does have a beautiful light green tint and a slight lime flavor. Once it's all set, it keeps that awesome diagonal shape, and then you just plop in your lime Cool Whip all the way to the top. I decided to decorate it by sprinkling it with some sanding sugar, then putting a plop of white, just regular plain Cool Whip on top and adding some rainbow sprinkles. I thought this turned out really cute. For this, it's a pistachio cake, and I'm still not sure if it tastes good. I'm supposed to have white cake mix and plain club soda, but I only had ginger ale and yellow cake mix, but I'm just doing the best with what I've got. You add them all into a mixing bowl, mix it all around. I'll have this recipe linked in the description too. I thought I liked pistachio pudding, but I did not like this cake. Maybe it was my fault. Maybe it was the soda. Who really knows? So what we do is we mix it all around and then bake it in the oven, pour it into this bundt cake pan here. And then when it came out, it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I didn't have the time to wait, so I flipped it out immediately upon it coming out of the oven, and it totally tore apart. So I just told Josiah that a leprechaun ate it. And he thought that was pretty funny. So then we made frosting the next day, and you use 1.5 cups milk, and then you use this stuff called Dream Whip. I guess it's like a Cool Whip, but in powdered form, and you add milk to it maybe. I'm not sure the instructions, but I had to get it on Amazon. Here it is. I should have just used Cool Whip because the cake totally was not worth it, just being honest. Then you pour both of those packets of Dream Whip into the milk and the pistachio pudding also. And I don't know that I got him. Yeah, I put the phone down because somebody was screaming. I had to run outside. Anyway, what eventually happened was he had mixed it all around, and we decorated it with sprinkles. He took one bite, spit it out. I took one bite, spit it out, and then I threw the whole thing away. The other two wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, I think, because it was green, but I really don't mind that it was a waste, simply because the memories that we created while we decorated and baked it was magical. It was fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed your St. Patty's Day. If you did anything special, maybe you didn't, I don't know, but maybe you'll like this video full of green treats, just to celebrate the fun of it. Kids love that kind of stuff. All right, see you guys in the next one. Bye.